What's going on, guys? Got a new product I wanted to show you, something I've been working on for a while now, and it kind of all came about as a solution to a problem that I was trying to solve. And I figured why not show you guys the real life example. I'm sure some of you guys have already dealt with this. This is my favorite tool bags here. I got a bunch of different sockets, wrenches, pliers, screwdrivers. A lot of times if I'm working on my car or something out in the driveway, I'll grab this little bag, set it down beside me, and it's got most of what I need, at least as far as 3/8 and 1/4 inch size sockets, bits, and nut drivers go. But one thing I really like to have in the bag as well is what is arguably one of my favorite little screwdrivers. And surprise, surprise, it's another Klein. You guys, if you follow me at all, know I really like Klein screwdrivers. And you may already be aware, I've already made a couple of different sheaths for my favorite Klein screwdrivers. One being the Impact 11-in-1. The other one being the 7-in-1 on the 14-in-1 handle. Which they now have kind of their own newer version of this called the 20-in-1. And in fact, they also have another one of these 7-in-1 bits that has a 9/16 nut driver socket in place of the 11/32. So basically it's 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, half, and then 9/16. Kind of the same profile, but a little bit bigger. Just a quick side note, I'm actually picking one up this week. And I'm going to see if I can't modify this guy to where it'll fit either one of these on any of the screwdriver handles that it's made to fit in. That's coming. Now, these are sold out on my website, just as another quick aside. But when I make more, I think I am going to try a modified mold design so that it's a little bit more versatile and fits both styles of this type of driver and bit configuration. So just a quick aside on that, but back to the problem at hand. I got my favorite little tool bag here, got my favorite little screwdriver, and I used to just throw it in the bag here. And then of course the more sockets and different things I put into it, the more I kind of had to dig around in there. Had a hard time finding it without searching for 10 minutes. It's so tiny and small. So I started sticking it in this little outside pocket here. And then you can kind of quickly see the problem I had there is that I really can't quite get my fat little fingers in there very easily. Trying to drag it out, it'll get stuck. And of course I'm trying to pry it out with a screwdriver, or I'll grab these little needle nose pliers and kind of jam them in there and pull it out like a bad tooth. And it's just more time and effort than I want to spend, looking for my favorite little stubby here. So I decided to kind of follow my pattern here and made another sheath for this little guy, and this is what I came up with. Real basic, real simple. As far as I know, this one really only fits the Stubby Multi. Klein makes at least a couple other stubby screwdrivers, namely their 8-in-1, and then they have an HVAC stubby. That's just a 5/16 and a 1/4 inch driver. I plan on probably making some sheaths for those as well eventually. But this one's definitely my go-to and my favorite one, as it's the smallest, it's the most compact. And really it's got just about everything you normally need. 1/4 and 5/16 nut drivers. And then a couple of Phillips and slotted bits. Number 1, number 2, and then the 3/16 and 1/4. Or what I usually call a number 1 and number 2 slotted. I don't think that's technically correct, but most fasteners that the average guy or average one of us has to deal with are going to fall between these two bits here, or these two ends of this bit. So just a really handy little driver. Again, super compact, gets in all the tightest places, but sometimes to its own detriment. So came up with this guy. Real solid, holds it perfectly, comes out easily, goes in just as easy. And I put these little carabiner clips on it just to make it a little bit easier to attach just about anywhere. In fact, you can even make a little zipper pull out of it. Stick it on your bag like that. You can still stick it in your bag if you're worried about it. Or it can go around, your bag handle like so. I even put a little zip tie around here to clip it onto, as this kind of snags on this canvas sometimes. And if I want to remove it, you know, that makes it a little bit easier. And you can put another bigger carabiner or split ring or something on there too. Or again, just put it right around the bag. It's not that big a deal. Or you could just carry it from your belt loop, or if you want to make a little neck lanyard out of some ball chain or paracord. You know, you can clip it onto there, wear it around your neck, and have it right there ready to go. So, you know, not much more to say about it. You know, I made about 25 or 30 of these. I just posted them on my website if you guys are interested. They're going to be $15 each plus shipping. I do still have, I think, about 8 or 9 of these guys left. Just FYI for the 11-in-1. And again, I'm going to be re-upping my stock on these. I'm going to make some more, but not before I modify the design on this just a little bit. Or at least see if I can. You know, we'll see how it works out. But definitely check out the website. Also got a couple other things on there some of you guys might be interested in. But this is just making a handy tool even that much more handy. And, you know, again, you could even just clip it onto your belt loop too. I know it's kind of hard to see with my shirt hanging out here. But, you know, use the driver, stick it back in, and it's right there ready to go. So, not a lot of places you probably couldn't put this. And if there's something it doesn't quite fit on, you know, again, you could always add a piece of paracord or a zip tie or a split ring, key ring, something like that. You know, you can hang it around your rear view mirror of your work van. Or you could still even, you know, stick it in the pocket of your tool bag, you know, which in this case just still makes it more easily accessible. You know, it's not going to shove down there nearly as far and be as difficult to hang out. So, still gives you a number of options, but just that much more easier to access without losing or getting stuck on our favorite little stubby here. So that's it, guys. All I need to say about that. Again, check out my website, RileyKnifeandTool.com. Appreciate you guys following along. Appreciate those of you supporting me. And definitely thanks to Mr. Morgan of Morgan's Maintenance, who kind of gave me a shout out about a week or two ago. And really opened me up to a much greater audience and quite a few orders on top of that. And in fact, I'm probably going to send him one of these guys as a thank you. As I'm sure he's got at least a couple of these banging around in his tool bag. So that's it, guys. We'll see you on the next one.